This is the video review of the Ptera Charged Megazord from Power Rangers Dino Charge. This is the American version of what was the Pteraiden-oh from Kyoryuger. And I have to say, it's actually a pretty close approximation. It's a bit smaller, some of the parts are a bit thinner, but if you want to enjoy that figure without breaking your budget or without dealing with any of the fragility issues that plagued Kyoryuger, this is actually a pretty good substitute. Now, start off with, we have a little beast battery here thing. You press the button up top, and it goes from... It's that same four-step one that we've seen quite a few times. And when you put this into the Pterodactyl's mouth here, you will get a... Let's see, is this the... Which way is the right way? It doesn't like to go in. There we go. The guns on the back will fold forward. Now, these guns here are a new addition to the figure. The Japanese version did not have these guns. Now, this one does not have electronics, doesn't have any sounds in it, so there's a bit of a trade-off here, but I think I kind of like the guns, because I've never really been one for the for electronics in my toys very much. But anyway, to transform this thing, the first thing you want to do is, there's this little thing right here, and this is what allows it to stand in the... to stay level in this mode. And I really like this thing, because they didn't need to put it in here, because it would have been fine-ish without it, even though it would have tilted back like that. But I'm really glad they put it in here. Now, like the original Japanese one, you're going to pop off the back of the figure here like this, and then you're going to bring the legs around like this. You're going to bring up the toes, and then you're going to pop this into the bottom right here like that. And for now, I'll bring the guns back. We'll split this, split the visor up here. And actually, if you want, in the Pterodactyl mode, if you think you won't lose it, you can take the head off. It's not necessary, but I like that you can do that. And anyway, to continue, we will fold back the wings here and bring down the arms like this. The exact same transformation as the original, except that these things don't fold down. Anyway, this is the Ptera Charged Megazord in its robot mode, and it looks pretty good. It lacks a lot of the paint of the original, and like the legs look even more skinny than they did on the original, but it's still a pretty close approximation for Bandai of America, and considering it costs like half as much as the original did at retail, it's not a bad effort. Especially because you don't have to deal with the fragility issues. Now, one thing that is kind of weird about this figure is that in the packaging, this is not attached to the figure. Instead, you get this piece right here. Now, the instructions don't really mention this piece. I think you're supposed to kind of throw it away, but I haven't yet because I don't know if it's going to be necessary for anything later. I can't imagine that it will be, but I just thought I'd mention that just in case. Now, you can combine this thing with the... I forget what they call it, but the black and green Ranger Zord, so you can fold the arms out like that. Here you have the, whatever this thing's called. You can put it in here like that. They can do the same thing with the Parasaurolophus. And if I pronounce that wrong, please don't let me know. I don't really care that much. And anyway, this is where you get the equivalent of Pteraiden-oh Western, and I think it looks pretty okay. I don't think the proportions quite work, and if you move the arms forward at all, he will just fall over them, but you can do that. So anyway, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to combine it with the Dino Charge Megazord. So let me put these off to the side, and let me get the Dino Charge Megazord in here. And what we're going to do to get all of this ready is first we're just going to pop off the helmet here. And we're going to pop this off the back, and then we'll put him off to the side. Now, for this guy, we're going to basically take him back to his pterodactyl mode, but we're going to take this off first. So we're going to close the eyes, we're going to open this up. I'll just leave these up for here. Then we'll bring this back. Oops. We'll plug it in here. Rotate these around. Plug them into the wings, like that. And then we will take this right here, and we'll plug it into the back of the feet here. And this will form a bit of a tripod so that the entire weight of this thing isn't just being held by the clips up here. And then we'll take the helmet and we will put it onto this little thing right here. And then we're going to take this entire backpack thing, and we will attach it to the back right here, like this. And that will give the Dino Charge Megazord a pretty big wingspan. They're going to take this, open the mouth, and they're going to plop it down like that. And here we have him where you can't really see his face. So let me lower the camera. I'm not entirely sure what this thing is called. I haven't really been watching the show, and the packaging didn't say anything. But it looks basically just like the Kyoryuger version did. The proportions are a little bit different, and the there's not as much paint and stuff, but it basically delivers the same thing. And I quite like this in Kyoryuger, so I quite like this here. One thing that does kind of bug me is that the tail bits here are a little bit rubbery, so if you try and move him around, the tail will just kind of scrape along like that, and it won't really support it very well. That's like the only real problem I have with this, because like the huge distance here, the original was like this too. So there's really nothing here that's nothing from the original that's really missing from this combination, except for lights and sounds. Well, not lights, but sounds. I don't really care about that. So the Ptera Charge Megazord is really quite nice for what it is. I still think it quite replaces the original, but Kyoryuger had some fragility issues, so it's a pretty good effort by Bandai of America. So anyway, I review Power Rangers, Transformers, Digimon, lots of stuff like that. If any of that sounds interesting, please subscribe, and thank you for watching.